Whoa! Whoa! It's the
Whoa!
cassette tape boys in
Hey!
stunning 1080p.
Holy
Never
shit! This is
before seen.
never before seen on
Incredible
any
stuff.
podcast format before. Holy shit! We're breaking new ground. It's just
This
time to burn the taped podcast and just leave that behind.
You're ahead of the curve here. We're just creating something special, I think. And yeah, I mean, just waiting for the podcast category to be added to the Oscars, so
Of
we can
course,
finally get
of
what we
course.
deserve.
And of course, it's always us, the same host as me, Mick Mugshot,
And
Coner One
nostalgia.
copyright, nostalgia on Ket maybe, but you know,
Ket. Yes, always in a K-hole.
of course,
So, we'll stop taking the piss for a second. We'll explain what the fuck's going on here.
yeah, yeah,
We're trying something new.
yeah. We are trying something new.
Um,
We're breaking away from the structured format. We're starting to do
yeah.
more unscripted things, and
Basically, um, the podcast, the tape podcast, it's still going to be our go-to thing. But I mean, if we're doing a worst to best, we have to listen to a whole discography several times to really get a full gist of it.
yeah,
The genre essentials, same thing. The episodes take quite a bit to make, and we can't always get them out as often as we'd want to. And you know what? We thought, why not give an unscripted podcast a go?
of course,
See how it works. It'll obviously take no preparation really, so we can do these more frequently if they work. Also, we can have guests on. The barrier for entry is way lower because they don't have to listen to an entire discography
of
or
course.
to hop on.
Just
Uh,
have listenable mic quality, and then you're fucking sorted. That's all
yeah,
we'll leave it at.
we can get patrons on from time to time. Shoot the shit.
Of course.
So yeah, that's all this is gonna be. Just us having a chat.
Yeah,
Probably for
yeah,
an hour or
and
so. We'll see how it goes, and we can pretty much do these whenever we want to,
yeah, yeah,
with whoever we want to, and yeah, we'll give it a go. See how it is. See how it works out.
yeah, yeah. And initially when when you mentioned that we would do this idea, I was a bit hesitant at first. Like, well and truly,
Mm.
it was like, the tape podcast. It's our baby. It's like it's the thing that we always do, and it's just like unscripted episodes are also just kind of a new thing for us because half the time I'm always reading off of a fucking script that I poorly write up in Google
Yeah.
Docs, and
Not even half the
just
time I can't even read it.
yeah, and I'm always stuttering over myself sometimes, so there's that. But like also just unscripted stuff, I was kind of worried that like shit like this would be a bit awkward because like I don't know, just kind of going off the bat, kind of having casual convos, like I don't know, it's just I don't know, a bit weird in the podcast format for me at least. But honestly, like just from the past few minutes that we've been talking right now, like honestly, this could go well. I think this
Yeah,
would be great,
it's gonna be fun.
genuinely.
Me and Mick. Obviously, if you're watching now, you know what's going on. Um, we decided we were gonna send a little preview to the Discord server.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
if
and
any. so, so we
so
sent
far,
this. It's on my phone. You cannot see, but we sent a very menacing photo of ourselves. It won't focus. Yeah.
just
Throughout the show, I'm gonna keep checking to see what the. Wait, I'm gonna ask. What do you guys think the predictions for this are?
what do you mean
For
predictions?
what this is gonna be. I want to see what people think this is gonna be based off just the photo of us.
Yeah,
This.
I think it should be obvious, but like it'd be funny to see some of the responses. I mean,
Could it be obvious? I
my
mean,
my picture in it genuinely just looks like a mugshot. Like genuinely, it
yeah,
looks.
no.
It's funny. It's funny. I will say it's
We
really
should
funny.
we should get the wait. What the fuck? I'm cross-eyed in mine.
Wait, what?
I look proper cross-eyed in mine. You know what we should do? We should
You
get those.
don't really look cross-eyed to
We
me.
should get those images of us in Photoshop, like orange jumpsuits.
Like
We could
Brockhampton.
on. I mean, like prisoners. But interesting segue.
Oh, oh. We're
Uh,
getting right. We're starting off really with what kicked off like our podcast, the journeys,
yeah,
Brockhampton again. It's always Brockhampton.
the
It's always
boys.
Brockhampton. But this time, Brockhampton's ending. Like
Yes,
it's actually
it's
it's
fucking
supposed
rough.
to be ending.
I can't take this emotionally.
Here's the thing.
Um,
I'm taking it on the chin because they've said it would be their last album. Like how many times now? Ever since Saturation 3. So like,
this
I
time
don't know
seems
if
a little more
I don't know. If,
definitive.
I don't know if I fully believe it though. I don't know if I fully believe that this will actually be Brockhampton's last album. Like
Mm.
like it probably will be, but there's
You,
an inkling there. I don't think it will be. They'll come back in like fucking 3 years or
you know what?
something and be like, "Hey guys, we're back." Yeah. Because
You
like,
know,
what else is some of the other members of Brockhampton gonna do, like in terms of solo wise? Because like when groups split, like not all of them really work out. Like from like an artistic and commercial standpoint, really.
mm,
Like think throughout the years, like when rap groups have kind of split off or did their own things, like Odd Future, for example. Like it's pretty night and day, like who's who in that group, really.
yeah,
And who knows? Similar thing might happen to Brockhampton. I think Kevin Abstract is probably going to have a decent solo run.
yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
I think Joba would have a pretty good solo run as well. I see Joba putting out some really good solo material, and maybe Don McLennan as well.
Yeah, Dom
But
for sure. I think can make some fucking classics. I feel like Matt Champion would make if there was anyone who could make it like kind of mainstream, I feel like Matt might have a shot there. As for producers, I think Romeo is fucking incredible, and I feel like he could produce some fucking great shit for a lot of different rappers.
mm.
So yeah.
I think same goes for Jabari as well.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Brockhampton was
but
always a collective that was
of
everyone did
course,
their part. Um,
and yeah, of course, last album is coming out soon. It's gonna be wild.
mm-hmm.
And
Have you heard the singles?
I've not heard any of the singles.
It's interesting. We've gotten two
Int-
singles so far, and not a single verse off anyone who wasn't Kevin.
oh
Um,
no!
but they've like
Like
the rest of the band have.
were the songs good at least?
Yeah, I think they were good. The first one, what was it called? Big Pussy. Like sounded like I mean a Brockhampton take on a Beastie Boys track. I feel like you'd kind of dig that. It definitely was a bit of a throwback track. The second one I can't really remember much of, to be honest. I remember what was it called? I remember I really dug the production, but I felt like it was a little short, a little undercooked. But yeah, that's the thing that's been standing out to me. It's only been Kevin so far. It's basically been two Kevin Abstract solo tracks, probably produced by obviously the usual crew, but the rest of the band were in the in the music videos for both, so I don't feel like this is just gonna be a Kevin Abstract solo album.
uh, oh, we got another response for the Lands on Tape thing. Cassette tape survived 30 days in jail. Don't drop the soap challenge. Fuck's sake.
I don't know if I'm gonna get proper predictions, but
Nah. It's literally just gonna be jokes, and I'm fine with it. Shouts out to Phil.
when's the new Brockhampton album coming out? It's
It's
soon,
supposed to be
isn't
coming
it?
out in a couple of weeks, actually. Hold on, let me check AOTY.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I'll take it as their last album.
It's coming out this Friday.
Let's fucking go.
Also, I love how it already has. I love how it also has one rating on AOTY, and it's literally just a 0.
That's just lame, bro.
It's just so lame.
I'm gonna listen to it, believing fully that it's their last album. It might not be, very well might not be, but I'll listen to it with that perspective.
I would like to listen to it from that perspective, but I genuinely don't think I can't.
Did you
I
see
genuinely...
Did you see the song titles though?
No, I haven't seen the song titles.
Well, obviously there's Big Pussy halfway through the album, but I'm pretty sure the last track is just called Brockhampton, which is fucking, it's mad. It feels pretty definitive if the last track is called Brockhampton. What if the track fucking sucks, dude?
If it No, imagine if this album just like plain fucking sucks. Like it's a rush job mess of an album that's just like only Kevin Abstract verses.
No, you know what the last track should be?
Wow.
Solo Bareface track.
Oh fuck.
Bring it back to the roots. Oh, that would fucking make me cry.
No, I think that's what's gonna happen. I genuinely think that's what's gonna happen. It has to be. They have to end it that way. They have to. Like, genuinely. They have to.
It'll be either that or they'll have like one final track with everyone on it. Just everyone
like a huge,
spitting a
just
crazy
like a huge,
verse.
yeah, like a huge cipher. Actually, this is something that just came up in my mind. Like I don't think it'll happen, but like, what if like a mirror comes out of nowhere on it?
I don't think so. It will be a little odd.
It would be really odd. That's the thing.
I feel like they wouldn't.
Yeah. It's just something that came in my head. I don't think it will happen, but like, imagine if it did. That would be just
Fucking crazy. I mean,
it would
from
be
a musical fan perspective, I would fucking go mad for that.
well, like in the context of well, you know, with context, it's like
yeah, but
yeah,
solely from a musical perspective would be pretty neat. Other than that, yeah, it won't happen. I don't think it'll happen.
yeah, of course. And yeah, I guess new Brockhampton I'm going this Friday. Fuck's sake.
Crazy.
Crazy.
The cover's grown on me a lot.
It has not grown on me at all. I still hate it.
The colors are like the color matching is fucking jarring, but
color matching just makes me vomit.
If I look at all the individual images, they're all fucking like really solid, I think.
Yeah, I get that they're all related to Brockhampton in one way or another, but it's like it's just a mess of like vomit-inducing colors.
It's a little too green.
You think?
A little too green, but it's growing on me. I remember someone posted it in the server, and I wasn't aware that was the new Brockhampton album, and I was just like, "What am I looking at? What is this? Father of All Two, something like that."
Father of All Two. Oh boy.
But no, I'm excited.
Same.
The boys. I hope it's just not a Kevin Abstract solo album with a few features though, because I don't know. It's just, and both songs. Big Pussy was like, I think, long enough, but the second single they released was pretty short. It was almost sounded like an interlude. So, unique choice of singles, I suppose.
Probably. I'm gonna hear them before the album drops anyway, but unique choice of singles, to say the least.
Yeah. Didn't Slowthai also drop a single that was like an interlude? Or am I wrong?
Yeah,
I also didn't listen to it.
Yeah, Slowthai also dropped something, and I think Slowthai's new album is dropping this Friday as well.
It was supposed to drop. Was it not supposed to drop this week? But
that's what I thought as well, but it didn't. I guess it got pushed back maybe, but I'm just checking out too. I think it's coming out this Friday as well.
Cool. Yeah.
I think Slowthai rocking
should be a fun listen.
Should be Slowthai rocking a new face tat as well.
Oh, is he? Oh, let me see.
It's on the album cover. It's literally just ugly. That's what it says. It's literally just the words "ugly" underneath his eye, or on his cheek, rather. Yeah, it was supposed to drop this Friday. Actually, then Brockhampton's supposed to be dropping Thursday.
Thursday?
The 17th is Thursday, right?
I think so. It seems like a bit of a Brockhampton thing to do. Yeah, Thursday.
That's what it says on AOTY. I only realized now. So yeah.
Wait, Slowthai? I'm not seeing any fucking tats.
Are you sure, man?
The album cover is just a very lo-fi image, like fucking distorted image of his face.
Yeah, and there's images on Instagram with him with that tattoo.
I don't see any tattoo in the picture, bro.
Excuse me?
It's just him. It's just a close-up of his face, distorted.
Do you not see the word "ugly" underneath his eye, man?
Definitely not. Wait, what?
Are you blind?
I think we might be looking at something else. Something different. Hold up.
You're probably looking at something different. You're looking at the single art for...
The new single, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're looking at. It's
that's
just
all right. That's all that's coming up when I look up Slowthai ugly.
Are you sure, man?
I'm googling Slowthai ugly. That's the image that comes up. Describe the image.
Look in Craig's prison cell.
Um.
Are you looking?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see. That's not the image
And
I was
this
looking at.
and this is the album cover. Hold on, not that. This.
Could not be a tattoo because it's not in the single art.
Well, it's in the art for the album, and Slowthai posted this on Instagram. That looks fucking real, so it's real.
Mm. Yeah, it looks like the same font. I guess it's real. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's Tyrant seems like it was forever ago.
It
was only
genuinely
last-
was. I still think Tyrant is great.
Oh
I
yeah,
still
no,
think it's great.
it's super underrated. I think. Oh, I just kicked my desk. Super underrated.
It is absolutely. Nothing great about Britain is great though. Like way better, I think.
Yeah, no,
but
no.
like Tyrant is still underrated as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, new Slowthai album is hype, I guess.
Hype.
Is there much else that you're hyped for that's coming out soon?
Hype. Well, I really want to know what's happening with that JPEG Mafia Danny Brown collab.
Same. I want to know what's happening with Quadeca as well, the next Danny Brown album.
If it's, it feels like what Donda was. Like, what was it like before it actually came out? It's like, what is this? When's it coming out? What am I to expect?
When the fuck is it coming out, man? But like, I think Danny Brown was mentioning on his podcast, like he was having trouble like getting it approved to release because I think Danny Brown is still paying off like for the samples that he used on Atrocity Exhibition, and I don't and like. Yeah, it's so
worth
fucking
it
crazy.
though, but crazy.
You know, I feel so bad for the guy, but honestly, yeah, too good. But like Quadeca, I think it's on track to release, but like we don't have a release date yet, and I don't even think Danny Brown knows what the release date is going to be yet because Quadeca is finished. Like it's mixed and mastered apparently. It just needs to be dropped, and it should drop soon. But like a JPEG Mafia Danny Brown collab album will be pretty fucking
I
sick.
need to hear what that sounds like.
Honestly, look, fucking Danny Brown and some Peggy production was already great on that one track from You Know What I'm Saying, but like, man, imagine a whole album of that with Peggy rapping as well. God damn.
Maybe one of the most fucking balls to the wall rap albums of the last few years, for sure.
It will be, and I can't fucking wait. It's been and it would have been a long time since we had a collab album like that. Like I can't think like the last time we had an album like that.
Well, I mean, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib with Bandana would have been the last one, but that was already something that was kind of done.
Yeah, maybe Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist as well, maybe. But like I'm talking like a collab rap album, like with two rappers like going at it.
I'm thinking
like it's been a long time since that. I think last like amazing one was fucking years ago, and I can't remember. Maybe like shit, I can't remember. What was it? It came to mind a while ago. I can't recall. It's escaped me. But like,
but yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's gonna be sick either way. And what else is coming out?
A lot of the albums that I'm most hyped for are coming out in 2023, which.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
be honest,
new Weiss Blood dropping soon though.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I've been kind of spoiled with music this year. Fucking loving the music this year. But next year, I'm hyped for new Gorillaz album.
Yeah, same. I'm hyped for the new Paramore album.
I was thinking of that as well. There's a new Parannoul album in January as well.
So, of course.
Yeah.
And those are ones that are off the top of my head.
There's probably
but
more.
Like there's definitely more, but they're all hype either way. I think when's Weiss Blood dropping? Is that supposed to be
November?
really soon?
I think November.
This Friday.
Is it?
This Friday.
We're
fucking stacked for albums.
We're eating good. I have Thursday off, so I like that Brockhampton's coming out on Thursday. I can get that done ASAP.
I still need to listen to albums that dropped this week. Actually, I haven't delved into that yet.
Oh yeah,
new Nas album, new Quadeca album. Oh, they're the two main ones really.
I won't say too much. I'll let you experience them yourself. The Nas album, in my opinion, was his best in recent years. Uh,
I
Better
love
than
King's
King's Disease
Disease.
2, better than Magic, in my opinion. So yeah,
That's bold because I
it's
love both of those
Flames.
albums.
It is Flames.
Can
The
Eminem
man's
just take notes from Nas, please?
the man's like almost 50. He's still just on it.
Like genuinely, I think like his last few bits of material have been some of the best that he's dropped in fucking years.
Mm,
Like I know Nas has like notoriously somewhat inconsistent discography, but
yeah,
like he has obviously Illmatic outshines them all. But like I also think like I've delved a bit into his discography, but I think he's also dropped a couple of really great albums like in between that, but nothing that kind of reaches the peaks of Illmatic, obviously, because
yeah.
for in one way or another, like It Was Written was fantastic. It's I think it's genuinely like a fantastic sequel to Illmatic
Mm.
or a follow up to it, really. Then I think the album God's Son, which came out in the 2000s, is actually really underrated. But like since then, not really much has really stood out. Like he even had an album produced with Kanye, and
Yeah,
it wasn't that
yeah.
great.
Just went
But
by
that
like
one was like,
this.
but that one was more of a Kanye thing, if anything,
Mm.
instead of a Nas thing.
Yeah,
But
that
like
was
these
during
last few
his
records,
when
oh
Kanye was just producing everything, and everything was 20 minutes long. That
yeah,
year, the year Ye came out, and Kids
Yay,
See
Kids
Ghost.
See
Kids See Ghost
Ghost,
was part of that, to be fair.
Daytona as well by
Yeah,
Pusha T.
and there was one
There
more.
was there was a album with Tiana Taylor.
That's the one.
That
That's the
was
one.
that was the one. And
Um, yeah,
yeah,
it
but
does.
like
It does feel like Nas has kind of revived his career. Uh,
genuinely, I think
yeah,
like the problem with a lot of Nas records has been the production, because a lot of the production on like not Nas records that were in between that was just like very inconsistent and just not that great. But like I genuinely think he's like Hit Boy has like brought a new life to Nas's music with the beats he's making, and plus
mm,
Nas just still fucking kills it. Like
yeah.
it's actually mad.
He kills on this album. You've got to hear it.
I can't
Uh,
fucking wait, dude.
yeah. Lil Nas X came around, and then Nas was like, "Fuck!" After he takes the Nas crown. But
Oh,
yeah, that's the
fair
new
play, of
Nas. You'll love the new Nas album. I've no doubt. New Quadeca
course.
album.
Ooh, new Quadeca album.
Jesus
That's the thing.
Christ.
I have seen fucking rave reviews for it, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm kind of worried about it because I did not care for the last album or any of the singles he dropped for this new album. I won't even kid.
The single, the last album, I did like. This is completely a separate entity, as it's got nothing really in common with the last album. It's not even a hip hop album. It's like a indie-tronica folk indie
I've
album.
I've heard people compare it a lot to like Bon Iver.
Yeah, kind of. It's like Bon Iver, but if you stack like every single Bon Iver album on top of one another, that would be what you get. It's super dense. It's
Mm,
genuinely production wise one of the most impressive pieces of music I've heard in a long time. A lot of people are a little on the fence about his vocals. I personally love them. And the singles you mentioned, Tell Me a Joke, I enjoyed. But Born Yesterday, I was like a little lukewarm on when it came out. But Jesus Christ, it's grown on me so much. I don't think a track has grown on me quite this much. At first I was like, oh, it's a little undercooked. I don't quite get what he's trying to get at here. But I mean, it's just I keep coming back to it, and now hearing it in the context of the album, it works. I think everything works on this album, and I personally think it's brilliant. I'm excited to see what you think of it. I'm not sure if you'll be as hot on it as I am, but
and I mean,
the Danny
look,
Brown feature you will fucking love.
I know there's a Danny Brown feature.
Yeah,
I know there's is swans are on it apparently, or something
yeah.
related to swans.
A member of Swans. That is all I heard. I didn't really catch it,
Uh,
but the Danny
but like
Brown feature
here's
you can't miss.
look. I'm going in optimistic, but at the same time, I'm still worried that I will not care for it because Quadeca's like vocals as well don't do much for me, like genuinely.
His
But like,
vocals don't sound much different than they did, so I don't think you'll
yikes!
find a newfound appreciation for them. But I think in this album is just so dense, just so packed. Production is just so stellar. The vocals are a bit of an afterthought, to be honest.
I will say though, like just from the Born Yesterday single, like I think the production definitely is a step up from it was on the previous record. Like I genuinely thought the previous record, the mixes were crummy as fuck, and I didn't like them. But like,
Honestly, the
I think
production is fucking groundbreaking. It
that's a
is
bit. That's a
fucking
reach, isn't it?
no, it
That's
is
a reach,
not.
isn't it? That has to be a reach.
There are gonna be subtle comparisons to Bon Iver, but I mean, while you're listening to the album, try and like come up with any comparisons that are like reasonable. It sounds like fucking nothing. It sounds like familiar. There's like a lot of traces of a lot of familiar genres, but it just sounds. It sounds out of this world. It just doesn't sound like any. I have no frame of reference for it. And
Okay.
it's not something I expected from Quadeca. It is. I mean, whether you like it or not, I think you'll be able to appreciate the fucking sheer.
Look, I'm not. Look, I'm not a complete fucking. What's it call it? Oh, what's it? What's the word? What's the term? I'm not a complete pretentious cunt. I will definitely appreciate it in some level, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
But like,
You'll
yeah,
appreciate how fucking wild he got with his ideas there, and you'll appreciate the work
I
that
hope.
put into production because Jesus fuck, it's layered. It is dense.
I just hope it's not try hardy. That's all I hope.
I don't think so. I personally don't think so. But yeah,
That was another problem I had with his last album. I thought it was too try hard.
yeah, but I get that with the last album because it was kind of still rooted in hip hop and sort of adding those really abstract art pop elements to hip hop did at times come off a little like faux poignant, faux like whoa.
Literally, I literally just called it in my review of the original album. I just called it fucking faux experimental. I won't even lie.
Yeah, well, this is experimental.
Wow. Wow, try to sound less like a pretentious douche, MickyT. Oh well, here we are.
No,
Fuck me.
I liked his last album. I think that is a valid criticism, though. But and this is experimental. There's no faux. It is experimental. Whether you
No
like it or
faux,
not
all
is
experimental.
a different matter
Look,
altogether.
I will have it listened to tomorrow, and I
Mhm.
will let you know. Who knows? I might even write up a review, but we'll
You
see.
should. It's a pretty big one.
But like, I think I'll save that. Actually, should I think I want to listen to the Nas album more, so I'm going to listen to that before I listen to the Quadeca album.
Mm-hmm. Fair
Who
enough.
knows? Maybe I'll listen to it a few times just to see. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
I'm like itching for a re-listen of the Quadeca album. I've only listened to it once.
yeah, I've
But
made also. By the way, I've made a huge list of re-listens, like the big re-listens list, as
oh,
I call
mine
it.
is fucking mental.
How many albums are on yours?
Over 100, somewhere in the
I
100
have
range.
90. I have 97 in total,
I think I have like
including
120.
including albums that I haven't listened to yet.
It's basically for my. Okay, there will be more than 120 because it's basically for my year-end list. So I'm gonna listen to every
Yeah,
album I gave a 70 or higher, and also a few that I gave a 6 to, that I think I need to pay more attention to. Um,
I'm doing that as well. I have
yeah,
a few albums that I was kind of lukewarm on when I
yeah,
first heard them on there, and a few albums that I didn't really enjoy that much on there as well, just in case. Because example, the latest Steve Lacy album I have on there, re-listen.
yeah. I
Even though
don't
I
because
was
I was
Mhm.
I love fucking some of the singles, but I think it's a pretty mixed bag. But there's ones like the new Chat Pile album didn't immediately click with me. Everyone's
Yeah, I think
still raving about it. I need to give
yeah,
that a re-listen.
I have that on my
But
re-listens list as well. There's a few other things that I have I have the latest Beach House record on there as well
yeah,
that I was
I
kind of
recently
lukewarm
gave that
on.
a re-listen, and I did enjoy it the second time around. I really managed to lose myself in it. Um, did I enjoy it enough to put it in my top 50? We'll have to find out soon. It's
Okay, I
such
have
an
big
exciting time of the year.
yeah, it is, but like, God, I need to find time for all of this shit, man. I need to get
Yeah.
so much stuff out of the way first, plus balance like real world stuff as well. It's like, man,
Mm.
ugh. But like, I'll get through it eventually.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I will fly through it as soon as December rolls around. Really. Like I'd say I'll get a decent chunk of it done. I will fly through it in December.
Mm. Yeah, that's the plan for me as well. The albums, yeah, there's about 120 good albums I've listened to. Then I need to compile a list of every album I've given a 30 or lower for my worst albums of the year list.
Oh, you're doing the. Oh God.
I always
I've tried. I've tried my best to avoid like albums I know I'm gonna dislike from this year. But there's a few exceptions, like fucking Papa Roach album that came out this year.
I feel like maybe that's pushing it. Like I don't need to listen to the new Machine Gun Kelly album again to.
You don't need to listen.
I hate it.
You don't need to listen to the new fucking Kid Rock album. You already know it's bad. You don't need to listen to the new fucking Panic at the Disco.
Maybe I'll spare myself that, but I also do need to re-listen to a lot of EPs from this year, so I can make a list for that.
I have not listened to enough EPs this year. I won't even lie. I need to get the list up again.
And importantly, with singles, the whole time we were doing singles this year, every single that I've rated above an 80, I put into a playlist. That playlist is now almost 9 hours long. I'm gonna have to listen to every single in that playlist and rank them for my top 50 singles of the year list.
I think I'm just gonna. I don't think I'm gonna re-listen to a whole lot of singles. I think I'm just gonna make my list of favorite songs and stuff, and then boom, that's it. Like I'm not gonna put. I think like I want to put more time into the albums, if anything.
Yeah. No, the albums are priority, but
yeah.
What I feel like I might do is get the albums out December 31st.
You know what? But
and then like early January, I can get the singles done.
I'm on a quest during this big re-listens thing because throughout the year I've only had 1 9 in total from like all the albums I listened to this year. There were some that were very close to it, but I didn't give them 9s. But I have a feeling that, and a couple of more 9s are going to be coming because I still have to, I think, just figure out which ones are going to be 9s. Because I've only had Ants from Up There as a 9, like from the whole year, and that was about it.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. For me, this year has been far and away the best in terms of music since I started listening to new music in 2016. My average rating for this year is probably I need to do the maths. It's probably way higher than the years before. I don't know what it is about this year, but last year I also the last few years I've been re-listening to every album that I had 70 and above. Last year that was around 70 albums. The year before it was 80. Now it's 120. Like
okay,
almost double. I've given in my I've already given like I think 5 more albums an 8+ than I did last year, and the year's not over yet. And 4 9s. The most I've given is 3. I think in 2018. So,
I think the most 9s I've given is like 4 in a year, and that was like in 2020.
I think it might have been.
I remember it was 2020.
In 2018, I gave a 9 and a 10. I think.
I have a 10 from this decade, so there's that, and I've only got the 110 so far, and you already know what that is, and I already know what your 10 is.
Yeah. Actually, which year was it? I think 2017. Actually, the new Antisocialites was a 9. What else was it? A Crow Looked at Me. Yeah, I think it was 2017 that I gave 3 9s, but I can't think of the third one. But yeah. 4 is fucking crazy. It was 5. The new Ashen Spire album I listened to again. It still fucking hit hard for me, but I will give it a strong 8.
That's on my re-listens list.
I might have, but I'm not even confident about the strong 8 because my first listening experience to it, I was fucking like glued to my fucking chair, like IRL flashbang, stunned listening to it. So my second re-listen didn't hit quite as hard, so I might give it a third one because I want to recapture the fucking emotions I felt the first time I re-listened to it. It's still a brilliant album in my opinion, but yeah.
Okay, I think closest album I've given a 9 other than Ants from Up Here is probably 2 of them, to be specific. Cheat Codes from Danger Mouse and Black Thought. I've been listening to that album a fuck ton, and I think it's just getting better and better every listen for me. I genuinely think like I could be giving that a 9 soon enough. And then another one that comes to mind is actually Omnium Gatherum from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I think I remember when that came out, I listened to that album in full, like, I think, like, 5 times within a week, which is mad considering how fucking long that album is
Yeah.
as well. And it's like, it's genuinely becoming one of my favorite King Giz records, and I think, like, I'm kinda kidding myself if I leave it at an 8 because I just fucking love that album. And so I think a 9 is probably what's gonna happen with that. Not sure about something else though, because I know something else kinda came to mind, but, like, I'll have to see with the re-listens and, I'll find out what the story is in my year-end lists, I guess. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm actually looking. In 2011, last year, I gave 2 9s and a 10, which is, I think, tied for the most. Then 2019, I gave only 1 9.
I think I
Uh,
had, like I think I had, like, 3 10s in 2016, I think.
in 2020, I gave 2
Not
9s.
not 3 10s, not 3 10s. I know I gave Atrocity Exhibition a 10, but, I'm gonna have to check my AOTY. I don't wanna go on a tangent about this too
Oh
much, but,
yeah, I
like
think 2017. Yeah, 2017 had 3 9s. Brockhampton Saturation 2 was the third 9. I don't know how I forgot that one. We were talking about them.
we were literally
um,
talking about them a few minutes ago.
I want to roll things back a bit.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
King
let's
Gizzard again.
Oh, yes, King Gizzard and
They
the
pulled it.
Lizard Wizard.
They pulled a 2017 again. Released 5 albums in 1 year.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was wondering, Mick, thoughts? How does this 5 album rollout year thingy compare to 2017, in your opinion?
Now, that's a toughie because honestly, I think 2017 and 2022 King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard are kind of close in quality in my opinion. Like, because I know that there's some albums that aren't as good as others, and I mean they drop so much that it's going to be hard to kind of remember all of them in the grander scheme of their discography, really. But like, honestly, this year has had some fucking banger albums from King Giz. I mentioned Omnium Gatherum, the one with the long ass title, but with the
Yeah,
ice death, whatever, the long one.
that one.
That one is actually fucking insane as well. That is another really great one from King Giz. And I liked Changes a lot. That was really fun. Uh, let's call it Laminated Denim is probably my least favorite of the ones that they've dropped in October, probably. But I still think it's an enjoyable album. And Timeland is just like kind of a little funny shitpost
It's cool
Aphex Twin
though.
type thing. But it's
Cool.
fun. But like 2017 also kind of had that kind of thing for me because in 2017 we had Flying Microtonal Banana. What else do we have? We had Gumboot Soup, which was also great.
Polygon
Polygon
Wonderland.
Dwanaland. Like,
Uh,
come on, that album is fantastic.
Sketches of
Uh,
Brunswick East.
I wasn't too hot on Sketches.
And Murder of the Universe, is it called?
Yeah, Murder the Universe. I'm not hot
Yeah.
on that one as well. I won't even lie. So, I think. Wow, hold up. Because like Flying Microtonal Banana is one of their best. I think. I think Gumboot Soup is under it. No, wait. When did Fishing for Fishies come out? Was that a
That was the
20?
following year. I think that was 2018.
Okay, 2018
2019
or
even, I
19.
think.
That came out the same year as Infest the Rats did. Now that I remember.
Yeah, they
But
kind
like,
of, they did. Yeah, they did release 2 albums that year. Yeah.
in case you didn't know, guys, they released so many albums.
Yeah.
But yeah. But like Polygon Dwanaland is so fucking good as well. And then I think Gumbo Soup's underrated, but like Omnium Gatherum and Omnium Gatherum and Ice Death, blah 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 blah, is also fucking great. But like, it's kind of hard to compare them and like prefer one over the other. Really, I think.
Mm.
But oh shit, I suppose if I had to pick, I mean, 2017 King Gizzard was so iconic.
Yeah.
Like, it has to go to 2017 King Gizzard,
Yeah.
and I'm sure most people would definitely agree with me when I say 2017 King Gizzard. But like,
I
you
agree. Yeah.
don't knock 2022 King Giz because there's some fucking good shit that came out this year.
Yeah. No, I agree. I will say, I think this 5 album cycle was a little more consistent. I
I
enjoyed.
will agree.
I
I will
thoroughly
agree.
enjoyed every single album. I think I've maybe gave Made in Timeland a 6. Everything else was a 7 or an 8. But I think the highlights in 2017, I think Polygon Wonderland and Flying Microtonal Banana, for me, do kind of shine above the 2022 output. Even though I did not care for Sketches all that much, I thought Gumboot Soup was decent, and I thought Murder of the Universe was personally a little underrated. So I feel like 2017 a little less consistent, but the highs I think made up for tenfold.
That's the thing.
I mean, Flying Microtonal Banana is my favorite King Gizzard album still.
Okay. Honestly, I think like out like if when you put them in a pool, honestly, I think Omnium Gatherum is probably my favorite album out of all of them. I won't even lie. I think that would be one thing that would kind of edge it over, but at the same time, I can't really do that because the sheer quality of what's on on the other three albums from 2017 that I mentioned earlier is just immense. Like I can't really just do them any disservice really, but they're still great anyway.
And there's the 2017 albums, I think, were just fucking magical. It was a magical time to be a music listener. I mean, in 2022, it's still fucking brilliant getting 5 albums from King Gizzard and the Wizard in 1 year.
I think it's like it's just like
they're able to
do it.
Yeah, they're able to do it. I remember hearing like after I heard Sketches of Brunswick East, that was the third one to come out. Obviously, Flying Microtonal Banana was super high for me. Murder of the Universe, quite a bit weaker. I still very much enjoyed it. Sketches was kind of meh, and I was like, alright, this 5 albums thing isn't really working. Are they really going to be able to like make 5 good albums? Because if these are just getting worse and worse, then I'm worried they're running out of ideas. And also the albums were way more varied in 2017. But then like, Polygon Wonderland came out, and I was like, okay, they can do this. And then Gumboot Soup also was great. But yeah, I feel like obviously Made in Timeland is completely fucking out of left field, and Omnium Gatherum just did whatever the fuck it wants to.
Yeah, that album was literally just like a huge fucking mess of ideas, but in the best way possible.
Yeah, but then the last 3 are kind of
they're similar. Yeah, they're kind of similar in what they tried to do. Like they were kind of jam bandish, kind of funky, but like I think they serve their own purpose in that they try to do something a bit different tonally and kind of mood as well. Because like Change is a bit more poppy, is got more of a pop flair to it, and I think I know like Laminated Denim and Ice Death blah 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 always are kind of like progressive and kind of jammy, but like I think it's like I think Laminate Denim relies more on just being like one big song rather than just like a bunch of them, like what Ice Death blah 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 was.
Yeah.
You know? But like they're still bringing like different ideas to like this specific sound, I think. And I
they're
think
still making the sound that sound fun and refreshing. I don't think it's getting boring.
I felt like that was kind of missing with KG and LW when those came out. That's what, because like I think they're decent albums. They're decent albums, but the thing is, I was kind of getting sick of the microtonal stuff because like there wasn't really much new being brought to the table apart from a couple of wacky ideas here and there, but like a lot of it was kind of unison and stuff, you know?
Yeah, and also as opposed to the microtonal stuff, which is very kind of cohesive, very structured, more jam band approach does add a bit of unpredictability to the mix, and definitely makes I think the album's just a little more memorable, a little way different than the previous album, even though every album is different than the previous album, even though they're kind of similar in style because of that jam band approach. And yeah, I fucking fair play.
Fair fucking play to the boys.
It's so funny. I remember we did the King Gizzard worst to best, and then like 2 weeks later they released I think Butterfly 3000.
It was
already outdated. Yeah.
Yeah, it was immediately outdated.
If we were to do a redux every time they released a new album, we'd be making pretty much only King Gizzard and the Lizard worst to bests with some in between.
Really, we would be. Also, I think it's funny also that I remember we had Luke on demand on that episode, and I think for that episode he was very new to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. He dove into their stuff for the first time. Now he's like a fucking King Gizzard nut job now,
Yeah, he
and
was
has like
initiated.
fucking like how many like fucking 20k Scrabbles on him or something like that, or 2k or whatever. It's mad.
We
Oh, shouts
initiated
out to
him.
Luke.
Shout out.
We initiated Luke into to Australia land. Speaking of which, I need to get more King Giz vinyl. I only have the 2 albums right now. I only have Infest the Rat's Nest and I'm in Your Mind Fuzz.
I've got nothing. I should change that.
Change that.
I remember
still
what
have
they
your-
did with
I still have your
Polygon
copy.
Wonderland was so fucking sick. Do you remember that?
Yeah. They had that one was released for free, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
And then
it had
everyone would
it was no copyright on it. So
Yeah,
anyone
everyone
could release a pressing of it, and there was some crazy pressings.
Yeah. Kind of sad though that that there's uploads of that album or whatever that are copyright claimed for some reason, even though it's a free album.
Yeah.
It's weird. But I want to get Polygon Dwellerland. That's probably the next one I'm gonna get. If I don't get Omnium Gatherum, obviously. But like that'll probably empty my fucking pockets if we're being real here. Eddie Rocket, empty your pockets.
I don't know what I'll get first. It's honestly there's no wrong answer with King Gizzard.
Honestly, you could just get any of their albums and there'd be no wrong answer.
I'm almost
Also,
at 100.
I still have your copy of that Pogues album you gave me loan up, and I haven't spun it yet.
Oh, almost Christmas season. I'll let you have it until December.
Okay.
Spin
Push
it
me up
first
in
thing in December. Oh yeah. Yeah, I almost have 100 records, bro. Easy. I think I'm at 98.
I haven't counted up how many I have right now, but I know I have like 70 or something.
I'm 98.
And I have a new record on the way.
Same. I ordered number 99, but it was a pre-order and I won't get it until next August.
Is it Charmed?
It's fucking Charmed on vinyl.
Knew it.
I was like, I'm not doing the best financially right now. I have a fucking trip away to see my family in a week's time. I'm going to spend so much money because I can't help myself. So I saw her post it on Instagram. She is releasing the vinyl and I was like, fucking let's go. And then I immediately was like, oh no, my wallet. And then I was like, I'm gonna buy it even if it means I'm eating fucking dry noodles for a week.
The way that you said that, the way that you said that though, it reminded me of that one video. It's just like, oh no, our table, it's broken. That's what it fucking reminded me of. Oh no, my wallet, it's empty.
Yeah, that was exactly my But it wasn't too bad.
How much was it?
It's a fucking 6-disc vinyl. It was only £55.
That's actually not
like
bad.
60 euros. It is the most expensive record I've ever bought, but I was like prepared to pay over 100. But yeah, and you can order it signed.
Not bad.
I didn't though because I didn't writing all over the cover because I fucking love that cover.
I would get a signed version.
I'm bizarre. I'm bizarre like that. Did you see
are
that?
A bizarre individual. Can I just mention before you go on? The record that I have on the way is The Unseen by Quasimodo. I got into that album recently. I'm finally tapping into some fucking solo Madlib stuff, and that album slaps. It's very good. It's really unique. Like think like Madlib production, but like with a pitched up kind of helium voice rapping over it, and it's so it's charming. Like it's interesting.
That sounds like something I'd fuck with.
I'll
give it a go when I'm not fucking drowning in albums I've listened to. But yeah, did you hear about the 19th? I don't think this was accidental, but DJ Sabrina's identity was kind of leaked, I suppose.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because
she produced for the 1975.
Yeah, and obviously on the songwriting credits, I think that was released as a single, it was Real Names. And
her real name got leaked, did it?
Yeah, Real Names got leaked.
Ugh.
A lot of people suspected it was a boy and a girl. 2 people, and it's apparently true.
Oh,
Because a lot of people had already kind of thought this because there was always both like male and female vocals on a lot of the albums, whereas in the songwriting credits it was always all vocals done by DJ Sabrina, the teenage DJ, and everyone was like, "What? Two different voices there." So yeah, it's apparently a duo.
wow.
Um, but I'm not looking into it any further because I don't want to ruin the
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
Of the
don't want to ruin the mystique.
But it's
Just
cool.
forget we
It's pretty
exist.
cool.
Forget we exist.
I still
Yeah,
think it's sick. Yeah. Also, it's crazy.
I was,
She
I
produced
was.
for fucking 1975. That was the way I found out was
It's ironic. She produced the best song on the album of an
such
album
a
of
good
stinkers.
song. That album's fucking good. But that song
No,
is
like
so fucking good.
I didn't think it was so good. I thought it was solid, but like it's better than everything else on the album. God, I not like the album at
I
all.
really liked it, and that song is
I
among my favorite songs of the year. And you know what's funny? She released a new song recently, fucking banger, and one of the comments on YouTube was something like, "Did you hear the new 1975 song Happiness? It sounds right up your alley," or something like that. And then she just replied, "Check the songwriting credits on that." Lol.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. But I don't know how I didn't cop on immediately. It even has that like signature DJ Sabrina like just disembodied voices in the background of the mix.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I kind of suspected it when I first heard the song because I remember DJ Sabrina was saying on Twitter a lot of stuff about the 1975 and like reposting a lot of stuff about the 1975. I was like, okay, fair enough. And then when I heard the song, I was like, yeah, it clicked with me. DJ Sabrina was on this. And
I,
best song on the album, I will say, but like the
yeah.
album is fucking drivel.
No, I like that album a lot, man.
I'll shame you for liking the 1975. I don't care.
I mean, that album is just it's nice.
Boring. I hate it.
All right, fair enough.
I just can't stand Matty Healy. I won't even lie. Plus, I just find the music boring.
I like the music. I don't like him. But what have you been listening to lately? What have you been getting into?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I ordered The Unseen, and that was one big album that I started getting into recently. I've listened to it a fair amount. I think it's really good. Other stuff. I think it was actually Aubrey who put me onto The Unseen, but Aubrey also started putting me onto some some 90s chopped and screwed music. So I've been listening to I'm trying to remember the name of the album, but it's
I know the one you mean. It's like the highest rated DJ mix on Rate Your Music.
Yeah, it's All Screwed Up Volume 2 by DJ Screw.
Yeah.
And a fucking banger of DJ mix, I will say. Like, that's another thing I was getting into. I've been getting heavy back into ASAP Rocky recently, so I was listening to Live Love ASAP specifically, which I think was the breakout mixtape. And, oh god, the production on that has aged incredibly. It's like some of the best cloud rap like of its time. Like so much great Clams Casino production, great production from ASAP Ty Beats, I think his name is. Then there's a bunch of other producers and even Space Ghost Perp, but like god, it's such a good mixtape. It's like one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. You know, like outside of like kind of psychedelic southern hip hop stuff, listening to The Cure for the worst to best, obviously. Been kind of slacking on notes, but I've been listening to the albums, and you know, The Cure are awesome. So there's that. I started the re-listens list. Started re-listening to some stuff I heard earlier this year and checking out some stuff I missed. Kind of blanking on a few of it right now. Actually, the Smile record that came out earlier this year, you know, the one from Tom York, Johnny Greenwood, and the drummer from Sons of Kemet. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Still a pretty good album, but like not amazing. Like if I want to listen to a Radiohead album, I'll listen to a Radiohead album, you know. and there's something else that I've had in rotation. I've been just some Run the Jewels and Rage Against the Machine have been back in my rotation a bit as well. So there's that. And that's mainly been my listening habits for the past few days anyway.
For me it's been DJ Sabrina has been permanently in my rotation for the last 2 years.
Of course.
No surprise. I've been listening to that new 1975 single, Happiness.
Oh, Excuse me.
Not
I hit my
really,
mic.
not really listened to the album, but that single I've re-listened to a few times. I've been listening to Michelle Zauner's old emo Midwest emo band, Little Big League. Not enough people know that exists because fucking good shit. What else have I been listening to? I've been
Wait,
listening to a lot of
who is?
Michelle Zauner
Wait.
from Japanese Breakfast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was just about to ask.
Yeah, but mostly I've just been re-listening to the albums. I haven't really had time to like really dive into albums. I've been having about a few songs on loop. A lot of early Brockhampton stuff from their Saturation era. Heat Man doesn't get old. What else have I been
I
listening
mean,
to?
here's another thing. Deftones has been coming back heavy in my rotation, even though they're kind of semi always in my rotation. But I've been going back to songs I haven't listened to in fucking ages and having a good time. I listened to Maggot Brain by Funkadelic for the first time today.
Yeah, I saw you posting about that. I've never listened to it. I've only listened to the title track.
The title track is fucking iconic, man.
It's
Oh my
fire.
god. There's actually I listened to the new mixes for Revolver by the Beatles lately. They're
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
I've been meaning to do that, but again, I've just been weighed down by so much.
Then
Yeah.
I think last night I was in a VC just chilling with a bunch of people in the server, and we were checking out some music from all sorts of places. It kind of shifted to a bunch of like hardcore punk stuff. So I listened to some stuff I was recommended last night. So cowboy music by Curse or Circe. I'm not sure how to pronounce the band name, but like kind of female fronted hardcore punk. It's pretty solid.
Oh, send
Then
me that. I want more female fronted hardcore punk.
yeah,
That's like
yeah, it's good. There's some power violence on there as well. There's also female fronted fucking sludge metal and post hardcore with the Couch Slot, I think the band is called. Take a chance
Couch
on
Slut.
rock and roll
I've
is the
heard it.
album.
Yeah, I've heard that album.
I saw your review on it on the album page. Then
Really? I can't remember what I said about it.
it was you and Aubrey doing that little series that
Oh
you did back in the
yeah.
day.
That was one of the albums.
And then I can't think of a username has been pressing me to check out this Lorna Shore EP that came out like last year. I thought it was solid. I'm not like huge on deathcore that much, but like it's solid. It's really unique blends actually, like a lot of really melodic kind of blackened death metal stuff on it, and some like symphonic metal stuff on it as well. Like I think my problem with the album they dropped this year was that like I'd get so easily fatigued by it because it was like an hour long of like fucking deathcore, like symphonic deathcore,
Mm.
and then like 18-minute package. I can digest it, but like I don't know, something was kind of missing for me, I guess. Maybe it was something to do with the production, not too sure. And Salad Days has been back in my rotation as
Oh,
well.
interesting. That's a fun one.
Mac the Marco.
There's always a good vibe. Interestingly enough, I've been listening to a bit of vaporwave.
Of course, I still need to
My
get like into
playlist.
more vaporwave. I know you have a list ready for me or something. I know I didn't ask for it, but you have it ready anyway. I'm only joking. Like it's something you'd have prepared for me already.
I was like, wait, I'm that organized. What? I showed on
No.
stream. You can't see it, but I got this
No, but it's like
in the mail after ordering it in January. The
Did you say mail?
the mail got mail.
Don't you mean post?
Yeah. I ordered this in January. Pre-ordered it. It finally came. It's Dawn of a New Day or Birth of a New Day by 2814. Probably my favorite vaporwave album of all time.
Is that the one with the pink album cover, or kind of like purpley one?
Yeah, like a city skyline. The album cover is
Yeah.
fucking gorgeous, and it's so hyped to have this on vinyl. So yeah, that came, and that kind of got me to listen to a bit more vaporwave. I've been listening to a lot of Malsoft, which is are you familiar with it?
No.
It's a subgenre of vaporwave.
You've explained this to me before. I think you showed me it was something on
Malsoft.
Yeah. No, you have shown me Malsoft before. You have. I remember it vividly.
Well, it's basically it just is vaporwave, but it specifically tries to recreate the atmosphere of like 90s and 80s like American super consumerism like oriented shopping malls. It's such a niche genre, but like there's so many albums in it for some reason. There's this YouTube channel called Vapor Memory, I think, and it just posts a lot of like classic vaporwave albums. So I've just been looking through the fucking pictures on the things and just being like, oh, this looks fucking interesting. This is fucking nice, aesthetically pleasing staircase. I'll listen to the full album to fall asleep. And it's been a vibe. It's been my new go-to thing. Also, some Broken Transmission, another subgenre of vaporwave. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's, again, trying to recreate like a specific feel. It's trying to like recreate the feel of just being. For me, it feels like when you were a kid and the news is on in the background and you just don't really give a shit. It kind of is that vibe. It has like random like news recordings, mostly in Japanese, just dubbed over like just the typical vaporwave like 80s vibes. It's such an, again, very, very niche genre, but it exists and there's a lot of albums in it. So yeah, I'm vaporwaving it up, bro. 7 years too late.
You got to give me some recommendations.
There's one that we should. We said we would do a album reaction to. We haven't done any, but we should really start that soon. Echo Jams Volume 1 by Chuck Person, aka One O Tricks Point Never, aka Sunset Corp. Basically the godfather of vaporwave. It's like the first, I think, proper vaporwave album, and I've heard 2 tracks from it. You have to remember the one we played coming home, I think, from somewhere. Nobody here.
Yeah, we were coming home from Pop.
Yeah.
From Pop.
Nobody here.
I remember that. I remember that.
So I want to listen to that full album because that's like.
I was just. Well, that night I was just trying to fucking just vibe out, fall asleep listening to fucking Deep Cuts talk about Miles Davis.
Yeah, you are fucking into that.
Man, I love. Deep Cuts makes good videos. What can I say?
King.
Chad, make more videos.
Yeah, he's got Boris on fucking speed dial.
Big man Boris.
That's just been my
Loves
rotation.
to rugby tackle.
A lot of re-listens is. I've actually been really loving the new Beth's album. I really liked it upon first listen. On second listen, I like it even more. That the title track is just so happy. It's so happy, so catchy. Expert in a Dying Field. Banger.
Pretty good song. Pretty good album.
That's been in my rotation as well.
Another thing that's been in my rotation is The Garden. I've been getting back into The Garden. The new album dropped a few months ago. Or like a month ago, probably. Horseshit on Route 66. That's what it was. I've been listening to a lot of songs from that. Chainsaw the Door especially is fantastic. But there's that one song that's really like a
favorite.
Sorry?
Freight Yard's my favorite.
Freight Yard's good. There's the third song on the album, the one where it's literally just like a gnarly bass tone and like really fast drums and like indecipherable vocals.
You've just explained The Garden.
No, but like that one. No, like it had Limousina in the title. It was like it's a Spanish title. It's really just like a 1.5-minute long hardcore punk song, and it fucks. I've been listening to that a lot lately. Easy listening for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, Nails has been back in my rotation as well. You know, that's actually some good fucking gym music. That might be good gym music.
Yeah. Kiss My Super Bowl Ring. I fucking love that album when it came out. It was one of my favorite albums of the year of 2020. But like, just realizing now that I haven't listened to it probably since 2020. I might have to spin it again. I remember my favorite track on the album was like, so what was it? Some of you deserve to die.
Some of you deserve to die, but probably never will.
What a line. I love it.
Mine was Sneaky Devil. I remember that track vividly. It fucks. I remember, I think the last time I listened to that was in 2021, like early 2021, I think. That album slaps still.
Yeah, such a unique punk band. I really like what you're doing.
Yeah, they have a lot of really cool shit going into it. Some of it like pure punk, some of it like they're kind of toying with a lot of like kind of indie rock flavors as well. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, and fun band.
We are at an hour. I think it's a pretty good length for an episode like this.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So I think it went well. I think it's a format that we can keep doing.
I'd like to do more of these. Maybe get some questions from the community
Yeah,
to
if
bounce
you have
off
any
of.
topics we can talk about in the next episode, um, yeah, feel free to
Just leave them
comment
down in the
below.
comments. Yeah, and also if you want to join the Discord, it's in the description.
Of
And
course, of course.
also we have some big things planned for the end of the year. We have the tapies coming soon, so if you want to get in
Yeah.
on that, you should
Again,
definitely
some early voting.
yeah,
You
some
can do
early
that
voting.
now
You
if
can
you're in the Discord server. You can submit albums, and you can help me out with because there's some albums that can reasonably fit under a few genre categories. So you can help me decide which genres they go under.
yeah, and also if we have time before we actually go through with it, I have a little form that has like a that basically I'm asking you to name your top 10 rappers, and we're going to be
Okay,
talking about it on a stream soon. So if you want to
mm-hmm.
get in on that, get in on that.
For sure.
So yeah, I guess that's about it.
I'm gonna look intently at the camera.